Hey, I hope you guys are doing good today. We are going to be watching SCP-784 Christmas Cheer, and I figured this would be a good one to start with for December. If you do get a chance, I'd appreciate if you can leave a like and subscribe. It helps me out a bunch, and I will have the Volgun's video linked in my description below, so be sure to give him a like and subscribe as well. All right, well, let's get into it. All right, here we go.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Hello.
My name is Dr. Miller, and the SCP we're going to be looking at today is SCP-784. Object Class: Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-784 has been disguised as a gated community and is currently surrounded by a 3.5 meter high, 0.8 meter thick concrete wall to deter intrusion. The top of the wall is lined with electrified steel cable, and the gate is to be locked. Any non-Foundation personnel attempting to enter SCP-784 are not to be interfered with due to the possibility of provoking a violent reaction from the occupants of SCP-784.
So they're violent in there. They're just, violently Christmassy in there.
Non-Foundation personnel exiting SCP-784 are to be detained, questioned, and released following administration of a Class B amnestic. Foundation personnel entering SCP-784 are to be dressed in traditional Christmas wear prior to entering SCP-784.
What if you go in there and you don't have Christmas clothes, Christmas apparel on, then will they attack you? Will they come for you?
The area composing SCP-784 is to be monitored remotely by a Foundation-controlled weather balloon. In the event that personnel are required to enter SCP-784, all involved personnel must have memorized the entire contents of Beginner's Guide to Christmas Carols. They are to be checked for precision prior to entering SCP-784. Due to SCP-784's proximity to suburban housing developments, as well as the ramifications of provoking SCP-784-1, patrols within SCP-784 are to be unarmed, except during a Noel event. In the case of an unexpected...
What's a Noel event? I mean, this sounds like, when you go into, you see those neighborhoods and they're all decorated perfectly, and then you have, the one person that, maybe doesn't want to decorate, and then everybody, hounds them. I feel like it's like that, except maybe on a much more violent vibe to it, like your worst HOA nightmare here.
Expected Noel event, members of SCP-784-1 are to be restrained as non-violently as possible, while Foundation personnel prepare Procedure 784-C. Description: SCP-784 is a neighborhood in the town of Texas. Currently, SCP-784 is made up of 24 houses and 2 apartment buildings, all of which are decorated with grand Christmas lights at a density of approximately 15 lights per square meter of housing. SCP-784 will always be covered by between 12 and 13 centimeters of snow, though no unseasonable weather will occur above SCP-784.
Oh.
All houses within SCP-784 are
That is interesting, especially for Texas, and that you always have snow.
occupied by a variable number of instances of SCP-784-1. SCP-784-1 is composed mostly of adult humans, all of whom wear sweaters typically associated with holiday gift-giving. The number of unique instances of SCP-784-1 within SCP-784 has been estimated at 300. Instances of SCP-784-1 have not been observed engaging in reproductive activity, and no instances of SCP-784-1 have observably been born within SCP-784. Instances of SCP-784-1 appear to age normally, though the death of an instance of SCP-784-1 has never been observed by Foundation personnel.
So can they tell if anybody has aged and passed away? And then everyone just wears ugly sweaters 24/7? Ooh, I don't know how I feel about that one.
All instances of SCP-784-1 express traits commonly associated with Christmas spirit throughout the year. These traits include singing of Christmas carols, performance of plays commonly associated with the birth of Christ, and various eggnog-related festivities. These activities are engaged in daily, though specific activities will never repeat more than once per week.
I mean, this doesn't sound so bad, but I'm guessing we're gonna get a little bit darker.
During daylight hours, instances of SCP-784-1 will engage in activities such as gift exchanges and home decoration. Post-sunset activities include decorating of foreign objects, as well as vandalism, which is typically holiday-themed. A Foundation's
Holiday-themed vandalism. I wonder what that looks like. I'm curious to know what that would actually look like.
supply convoy refueling overnight near SCP-784 attracted an unprecedented response from SCP-784-1, which proceeded to egg several in-transit prefabricated buildings, convert a Humvee into a sleigh, replace a shipment of fragmentation grenades with similar-appearing glass ornaments, fill the gas tank of several vehicles with brand eggnog, and weld steel antlers onto 156 safety helmets.
Well, I mean, this doesn't sound like it's horrible, but I mean, that is probably a little bit concerning if you're going in there like that.
Any living creature within SCP-784 not viewed as displaying adequate Christmas spirit will become the focus of all instances of SCP-784-1 within approximately 4 meters. In the case of an animal, instances of SCP-784-1 will be called from the nearest house and place a holiday-themed accessory on the focus. Observed decorations have included 15 collars, red with a small bell, 7 reindeer antlers, 5 red Santa hats, and 1 full-body reindeer holiday outfit.
Okay, well, I mean, so far, seems pretty harmless. Little bit magical in there, but I'm still going to assume that we are going to get a little bit dark here, maybe.
Human subjects who do not meet SCP-784's criteria for Christmas spirit will be assaulted by SCP-784-1, incapacitated, and forcibly directed into the nearest household. They will not be seen until the following day, when they exit the household dressed similarly to other instances of SCP-784-1.
This is giving me like a Stepford Wives kind of vibe to it. Somebody moves in and they don't totally fit in, so then they go and get some sort of like conversion that happens, and then they come out and now they fit in. They fit into the neighborhood. This is like kind of like the vibe it's giving me.
Attempts to retrieve affected personnel have been met with great resistance on both the part of SCP-784-1 and the affected individual.
Ooh.
The criteria which SCP-784 follows for definition of Christmas spirit appear to be extremely broad. See Addendum 784-A for a complete log of personnel abducted and assumed reasons for abduction. Approximately once per month, SCP-784-1 will attempt to exit SCP-784 and enter the surrounding suburban community. This is referred to by on-site personnel as a Noel event. During a Noel event, each instance of SCP-784-1 will carry a string of Christmas lights estimated to be 15 meters long. Instances of SCP-784-1 will attach these lights to any nearby house, which will become decoratively and functionally identical to all other houses within SCP-784. Signs of an incoming Noel event include increased festivity during the day preceding the event, excessive eggnog consumption by a significant portion of SCP-784-1, and an increase in the number of decorations present within SCP-784.
That is a lot of decorating and a lot of festivities. I feel like if I wasn't maybe like brainwashed into this would drive me crazy. Some people live and breathe Christmas, and I'm definitely not dunking on that, but I mean, this sounds like very, very excessive Christmas spirit festivities type of environment here.
Procedure 784-C is to be executed prior to the occurrence of a Noel event. Foundation personnel are to dress themselves in traditional Santa outfits and distribute themselves near the exit of SCP-784. They are to begin singing Good King Wenceslas and distributing non-alcoholic eggnog to other personnel. On the arrival of SCP-784-1, personnel are to distribute eggnog mixed with a mild sedative to the crowd.
Oh.
Personnel are to appear friendly and cheerful at all times, as SCP-784-1 has proven capable of abducting personnel while nearly unconscious.
I mean, that is a little bit scary. A little bit scary. Yeah, so I guess, you if you're in there and you're part of the Foundation, you just gotta blend. You gotta blend and hope that, you are not found out.
Following the distribution of eggnog, personnel are encouraged to sing carols associated with peace and goodwill. Silent Night has proven most effective. Instances of SCP-784-1 will begin to sing along, and personnel are to accept their choice of song. SCP-784-1 will begin to fall unconscious as the night progresses. Unconscious instances of SCP-784-1 will be removed to nearby houses by other instances, and personnel are not to interfere with this process.
I definitely would not. Yes, I would. I'd be like, do you? People are passing out. By all means, do what you gotta do. I don't want any part of this.
Interference with the actions of SCP-784-1 may trigger a violent response and will wake all instances of SCP-784-1. Instances of SCP-784-1 not affected by Procedure 784-C are to be silently incapacitated when no longer visible from the gates of the community and returned after all other instances of SCP-784-1 have re-entered SCP-784. In the event that Procedure 784-C fails, Foundation personnel are to release an aerosolized sleeping gas. Foundation personnel are to restrain instances of SCP-784-1 until the gas takes effect, at which time all instances are to be returned to SCP-784. Standard cover story 139, Drunken Football, is to be used to respond to any concerns expressed by nearby residents.
That's just drunken football. Hey, fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, it seems like you have to be very, very careful in here for being so festive, and I guess maybe a little bit overly festive. It sounds like you have to be very, very careful in here.
Addendum 784-A. Action taken by personnel. Agent Paulson, on patrol within SCP-784, wished a nearby instance of SCP-784-1 happy holidays. Action taken by SCP-784-1. Approximately 8 instances of SCP-784-1 surrounded Paulson, who was unable to escape. Paulson was dragged into a nearby home.
Uh-oh.
Action taken by personnel. Agent Matthews sang the incorrect verse of Silent Night while on night patrol within SCP-784. Action taken by SCP-784-1. Multiple instances of SCP-784-1 incapacitated Matthews non-violently using a nearby string of decorative lights.
Oh my gosh. So they surrounded him for singing the wrong lyrics and then wrapped him up in lights? Oh my. Yeah. Yep. You gotta be real careful in here.
Attempted intervention by Agent Sanderson led to the involvement of a large crowd of SCP-784-1, which overwhelmed both agents. Matthews and Sanderson were dragged into a nearby home, after which reported hearing the sound of Christmas carols from within the home for several days.
They stepford him, and then they came out, and they were just part of the SCP.
Action taken by personnel. Agent Anderson collided with a lawn ornament, apparently a Santa in the style of a traditional lawn gnome. Anderson proceeded to swear violently for the next 14 seconds. Action taken by SCP-784-1. 3 nearby instances of SCP-784-1 held Anderson in place. A 4th emerged from a nearby home with a quart of eggnog, which Anderson was forced to ingest. Anderson collapsed and was dragged into the home from which the eggnog was retrieved. Action taken by personnel. Agent Davids was presented with a gift by a child instant.
I cannot imagine being like force-fed eggnog like this. Like that is crazy. It's like a quirky way of like kind of torturing people in here, but at the same time, like it is also like terrifying, right? Because it's like the creepy, cheerfulness of everything, and getting everybody like forcing everybody into the Christmas spirit like one way or another, and like kind of like even though it seems like some of these are like kind of harmful, but at this there's like a very like terrifying kind of underlying way that they're doing it, of like, like force feeding eggnog to somebody or wrapping them up and then like trapping like dragging people into homes and like, making them listen to Christmas carols and who knows what else is going on, like maybe they're like rewiring their brains in there or whatever is going on. But it's like I kind of like this though. It's a very nice twisted Christmas themed SCP. I do enjoy this.
Instance of SCP-784-1. David's accepted the gift, but apparently failed to react with proper enthusiasm.
Uh-oh.
Action taken by SCP-784-1. David's was incapacitated by a child instance of SCP-784-1, which tackled his legs. Several children emerged from a nearby home before David's recovered, and then dragged David's into the home which they had exited.
The kids are getting in on it too. Even the kids are getting in on it. Taking adults out and dragging them in homes.
Okay. I think that about does it for this year. Thank you all for listening, if indeed you still are, and happy holidays, everyone.
Yeah.
Now go on, you're all dismissed. Come on, goodbye. Go home early. That's right, bye. See you later,
I enjoyed this one. This one was pretty cool. I kind of like the like the overly festive people or residents or, SCPs that are in here, and it's all about Christmas. And, if you don't act accordingly or aren't like Christmassy enough, like they come for you. I kind of like that. And I do kind of get like that Stepford vibe to it too, where I don't know if that was intentional or I don't know. But that's like kind of like another thing that I kind of saw in this one was that they kind of like are Stepfording people, to become, part of the Christmas village that they have going on here. But I really like this one. This one was great. And I think it was perfect to kind of kick off our December of SCPs. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate you guys being here. Be sure to go and like and subscribe to TheVolgun. He does an amazing job with these. Absolutely love his channel. But that's going to do it for me. I hope you guys had a great day, and I will see you in the next one.